today from a very special place. It's not Colombo. In this place or this region called Ambalangoda. Yeah, and it's a very nice place. We were given a place in a villa, so we're gonna stay here. And tomorrow we're gonna go to a place called Hikkaduwa. This place is in the south of Sri Lanka, and in this place there are a lot of Russians living. Yeah, so we would go there just to check the area. Hello, last one. Nice to see you. I mean, I didn't see you for a long time. I thought, where is this guy? Yeah, I missed you. Usually you join the first. Yeah, but for a long time, I mean, I didn't stream that much. That's why. But today I have. But recently I am trying to recover and to stream more. Yeah, so today I have some new stories to tell you because I can forget about them or maybe I create a video about them. But it's good to stream because it's a nice idea to talk about this. Maybe this is also how to say. Thank you, last one. This is maybe as well story of those who left Russia as well, and like nobody talked about them. Yeah, so that's why, I mean, let me check here. Last time, yeah, I updated the moderation here. So I had like a problem with YouTube, like some videos were, some comments were deleted. So I updated something. So let me activate moderation again. Yeah, so in this place where we are at, it's a villa, and they have swimming pool. So let me show you a little bit here. I mean, we are living in another room, but this room is empty now. Now it's like not the season, not the season of a lot of people. There's like a bathroom. It's a very nice place, and they let us live here for free. I will not talk from the balcony because we have a lady here in this place. Yeah, very quiet, nice place with swimming pool. So we have here, and the ventilation, I feel very good. We have a Russian lady here, and she's living here for quite some time, and she told me a lot of stories, so I want to share them. Yeah, so we talked with her a lot. I mean, I sit with her and start talking a lot. I mean, my wife was teaching, my kid was playing, and we just talked a lot, I mean, about all the situation and about what's going on. Yeah. So she told about some stories, but are related to this situation and even her story. I mean, okay, first of all, like her story. So just let me know if you hear me very well and if it's okay. I will start telling because of stopping streaming that much. Not that people start joining my streams, not that much people. So, I mean, I don't expect a lot of people to join, especially in such time. It's early time for, it's late time for Sri Lankan people, and most of Sri Lankan subscribers are now asleep, maybe, or yeah, and others who were always coming to the streams, like what a lot of people. I mean, before. I don't know what's going on with them. Yeah. Anyway, this will be recorded, and if anyone is interested, will watch. Yeah. If anyone is interested to support, you can use PayPal link. Because lately I don't stream that much, and I like for more than a month I don't have any income. Yeah, I tried. I mean, to learn about how to create a business here, but the thing that all the visas that are related to business or work have to be, I mean, you have to return to Russia and make the visa from there, like from your native country. Yeah. Okay, first of all, it's her story. So her story is, so she's like kind of working in some construction business, and she kind of organized this stuff. So the first story is about her. She has relatives in Ukraine, and she was sending them some money. So she was always helping them before, and a lot of Russians, by the way, they have relatives in Ukraine. Yeah, this maybe thing that I mean, not that much people talk about. I mean, a lot, like very big, like percent from Russian people who are living there, they have relatives in Ukraine. So it's automatically that they will help them somehow. So she was helping them and sending them money, and she was kind of invited to the police, and they told her, why you are sending money to to Ukraine. Yeah, so from that moment, I mean, everything like changed. She said like that those are my family, and I mean, calling me just, and she's a regular person that just working and living her life, not doing anything bad, just sending money to her own family. Yeah, so they called her to the police. I mean, it's, she said, I mean, she was never called police. She never like participated in protests or did anything, I mean, against the government or anything against the rules, and that was like her first time, and she was like, I mean, freaked out, and she just decided to leave the country. I mean, she talked to some of her relatives, and just left the country. I mean, it's not her fault that she has relatives in Ukraine living. Yeah, but I mean, they didn't like just ask her why you are sending money to Ukraine, but he also said like if I mean, be careful if you like think that nothing will happen to you or something. We will find a reason to arrest you or something. Yeah. So it was like a threat. Yeah. This is like the first story. The second story also of I mean, a lot of Russian people left the country now, and maybe some people they consider them like tourists, and they think because usually people are used to see other people from other countries. I bet she is a very nice person to help her relatives no matter where they are living. Yeah, sure. I mean, a lot of people like they now think that I mean they are used to, especially like touristic countries, where people usually go and they just spend time, and maybe those countries aren't that rich. Like people used to when they see like foreigner people in such countries, the native people, they think that those people are rich and they are coming here to spend a lot of money and everything. Yeah, now, but it's not. I mean, the case. Not only rich people coming to other countries now. Yeah, especially I mean Russians, but they have their own reasons to go to another country, not to be tourist. I mean, yeah, of course, our visas are touristic visa, but still, I mean, we don't have a business here, we don't work here. Yeah. So the second story is about her friend. Also, like she was. What she did? She has almost like similar story. She has a business also in Russia, and she also was sending money to Ukraine to her relatives, and the same happened to her. But about her, they come to her very strict, and they said that they will close the business and they will do a lot of things. I mean, if you keep sending money to Ukraine, etc. I mean, even to relatives. She also left to Ecuador, I think, like another country, and she also. I mean, kept sending, of course, money to Ukraine to her relatives to help them because I mean, I mean, maybe more than 50% of Russians they have relatives in Ukraine. Yeah, even me, my mother, like we have very far relatives from living in Ukraine. Yeah, so she's this lady has a business and she went to Ecuador, and the funny thing that they kind of like promised. They said like I mean, we will arrest you in case you and I mean not with this reason. I mean they can make it any reason to arrest. I mean another reason, not the reason that sending money. Yeah, because sending money to Ukraine is not like I mean by law or by if you are sending to relatives. It's not like by law prohibited. It's just prohibited. Yeah, so she went to Ecuador, to another country. Yeah. Hello, Marcel. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to recover streaming despite not much people joining. Yeah, so Marcel, I think maybe you are French. You know French? Yeah, so she went to Ecuador, she kept her business and she kept sending money to Ukraine to her relatives, and they went to Interpol. So they went to international police and they claimed about her or something, I don't know. And now, I mean, then she like hired lawyers and they are, I mean, they solved all this, but still, I mean, the fact that this woman she left to another country, but they kept pursuing her. So even in other countries, for I mean, in another country for sending money to Ukraine, she she wasn't like I mean. Because when they like I don't know how it happens and how the Interpol works or this international police, but it's weird. I mean, like she's like she left the country to avoid all the troubles. Hello, Tonya. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, everyone who is joining now. Yeah, so she kind of left the country to avoid all the troubles, but they came from the other side and they went to the international police and they claimed something, I don't know, some claims about her. Yeah, this is what happened to her. This is another story of another Russian who left Russia, and a lot of them. Yeah, it was like funny in the beginning when like it was like narrative that all Russian people are bad or something like that. Yeah, it's funny while they are facing such things. I mean, just for sending money to their relatives to Ukraine, they are like pursued. Yeah, I'm African speaking South American with the Irish roots. Ah, cool. Yeah, because I know Marcel. It's a French name. Yeah, so this is like the other story, like the two stories already I told. Was the other story? Yeah, there are also other stories. I mean, like not stories, but just facts about how now like Russians are going to other countries, and for example, one guy here in Sri Lanka, so he kind of because I mean I didn't know about such things in Sri Lanka that there is like I mean some people protecting their businesses in that way that they can I mean fight or hit someone. Yeah, so he kind of was doing business, some kind of related to surfing or something, and he was attacked. Yeah, so and he was hurt very bad. Yeah, hello Sam, nice to see you. Yeah, so he was hurt very bad, and he had to go back to Russia and to heal, and he came back to Sri Lanka anyway. So he like he loved Sri Lanka so much, and even if he was like hurt here, he didn't care, and he come back. Yeah, so I mean, a lot of Russians now when they leave the country and they go to other countries, they create like diaspora, it's called. Yeah, and they start their own businesses because I mean a lot of smart like Russians leaving the country and like, very successful people sometimes. I mean they leave the country, so they want to be successful in other countries as well. So they can kind of they go to other countries and they create a competition, like a competition in the inner market of other countries, and the locals start getting unsatisfied because maybe sometimes they do something special or something better or something, you know. Yeah, so and they start being kind of hated as well because of that, not about because of politics, but here because of the business. Yeah, so for example, when we were in Turkey, I mean, what happened there? Like the prices rised or something, and they blamed Russian because a lot of people came from Russia, or I mean, they blamed them. Yeah, but while I mean the prices are going up anyway in all the world in a lot of places after this pandemic and everything. I mean, I think prices are high everywhere, not only in Turkey or in other places. Yeah, but anyway, they start blaming exactly Russians for the prices. Yeah, and that's why they stopped giving them residence and visas and all stuff. Yeah, here also. There's another story also, but like, I mean, this girl is very cool, and I talked with her about a lot of things, and she told me about those stories. Yeah, so there are some like Russians. Uh, there are some Russians, for example, they were like kind of working, so they decided to, I mean, to not lose their old work. So they were working with banks. So, and they were working online. So even from Russia, they were working online. But they left the country. And the bank has like a rule. It has a rule. If you are working with that bank, and even like they are well-paid people, if they don't want to lose their work, and they are working online, but they want to leave the country, so they left the country, and to not let the bank know that they changed the country, they um, used VPN. Yeah, they used VPN, and to hide themselves, and not to hide themselves, to show to the program that they use, or website, or wherever they use online, that they are in Russia. So they are wherever, in, let's suppose, in Sri Lanka, and they are working here, but the like the bank has a rule that if you are like working a worker in Russia, so you have to stay in Russia. I mean, like some secrets are protected or something. Yeah, so they changed with VPN the country. For example, they are here in Sri Lanka, and they put Russia, and they kept working like this. But there are websites that are protected from this VPN thing, from changing the country, but with programs. So VPN, it's like a program. You install it on your PC or laptop, or I mean, or phone, and you just go to open that VPN and change the country. Yeah, and one guy, even to change the country, he even kind of rented the server, because I mean, if you use just like cheap program, or kind of VPN that is even like online program installed, so it's not that secure, or it's possible that the website will know where exactly are you. I mean, even if you are using VPN, they have like different kind of protection on those websites, and there are some websites that show you that where exactly you are, even if you are kind of hiding your place. So, and there are like more, how to say, more professional ways to hide the place, and that's kind of to rent a server. I don't know, he rented a server in Russia, and they were connected to that server, and kind of they were working from Russia in that bank. But anyway, even that didn't help them, because they have like the bank has good security, and the bank found out somehow, like they have like hackers, or programs, and I mean they are so, I mean, they wanted so hard to people to stay, and they did everything to know that they are not in the country, even if they left, and even if they are doing like I mean, their best, or installing programs, or renting servers, or wherever, and they realize that they are not in the country, and because of that, they told them, they gave them choice, or to quit the job, the good job they had, or to come back to Russia. And a lot of people, such people who left but kept working like this and changing with the VPN, maybe not only in bank industry, maybe in other industries as well. Yeah, so a lot of them, they had to come back to not lose their job. I mean, if they don't have another job, and in this job it's banking, and they are paid very well, etc. So, yeah, and Terry Lane, welcome. Yeah, I mean, when I am more relaxed, when I have more energy, of course, I will do streams. Yeah, so they had to come back to Russia because they had a very good salary, and they were afraid that they will not find better job in the future. Yeah, by the way, you can like the stream because I see like 11, 12 people watching and only 9 likes. Likes are free. Yeah, so they had to come back to Russia or to quit the job. I mean, that's the choice that they had. And it's a hard choice for everyone. I mean, I understand people. I mean, some people they can't sacrifice because maybe they are doing that work very well and they can't change, they can do something better. Yeah, yeah, and the only choice for them is to come back. I mean, wherever they think or whatever they think. Like recently, I watched one uh, famous YouTuber, Russian YouTuber, and he said like in English. I promoted him once. I talked about his when he was talking about sanctions or something before in other stream. He's now also not in Russia, in Serbia. So this guy, he said also like these people who are making interviews with the Russians and pushing them to tell like things against the government and asking such questions. Some of them, like some of those people who were interviewed, they get in trouble. So I mean, those YouTubers who are making those interviews and asking like people or pushing them to talk or to say their opinion, they are sometimes just making for them trouble. They will never say that, and they will live peacefully, and they will have their work. And so he told about a few stories about Russians who were interviewed, but that the same guy, 1420 or something like that, and and they were they were in trouble. Yeah, they were in trouble, and maybe they lost their works, maybe they went to jail, maybe they wherever. Yeah. So there's even like the YouTuber or the interviewer is very responsible of what he say, of what he says, of what he do. Yeah, it's a big responsibility. Yeah, of course, like they don't care about those people. They are creating content for money, and they are happy to have like views, etc. But I mean, you never think about what can happen to such people. Yeah, because usually, I mean, I was talking recently with my wife, and I told her like, I mean, there are like, oh, for example, she said, I mean, some people are still living there and they have businesses and they never know. I mean, a lot of things. I mean, when you think about this idea about people like leaving the country. I mean, and the reason why they leave the country. So she said like why they are staying and keeping the business while they can take them to the army anytime. But but a lot of people, they don't understand. I mean, or they don't know how things work in Russia or Mexico or in such countries. I mean, if someone has enough money, has enough contacts, has enough I don't know, relations, so they can avoid anything. I mean, even if they will be called to the army, they can go and have a deal with someone, give them some money, and make them. They will make them disabled, or they make them, I don't know. They will find them any reason to not go. Yeah. So if some people like making business and staying, yeah, they hello everyone. Yeah. So if someone making business and staying, so that means, yeah, yeah, and a lot of people. I mean, like those people who I'm talking about those people who are interviewed. So in case they have enough contacts and enough power and even enough money, so they will avoid all the stuff. I mean, they, even if they said something that is not like accepted or forbidden, they uh, they will be able, if they have a lot of contacts and money extra, they will be able to solve any kind of problem, any accuse, anything. But if those people are simple people, like a simple teacher or someone working with the salary, or I mean, like most people, so they will get in trouble and they will not be able to fix them because they can't afford even a lawyer, and they don't have like contacts, and they don't have who to give money to solve their problems. I get the feeling people in the Moscow think they will less likely get on blessed anyway than in the Republic and Far East. I think all around Russian history it was the case. But still, I mean, even from Moscow, people were taken from Saint Petersburg. It doesn't matter. I mean, it depends on people who, if they have relations and they know how to deal with this stuff and how to do this stuff. Uh, so, for example, me, when I was there in Russia, suppose, so I was, despite my mother is Russian, so a lot of people they said, oh, "Wow, your mother is Russian, and they didn't give you the citizenship. What the hell? I mean, why?" Because I don't know. They even like I applied many times. I was Algerian, and they always finding were always finding a reason to not give me the residence. While a lot of people were given in that time. It was like easy to get for some people from like close countries and from. I mean, I know how it works. I mean, it's possible to get it. I mean, even the citizenship in a matter of days, maybe if there are like the right contacts and the right money. But I was trying to get the citizenship like for 7 years or something, and they start giving me papers only when I get married. Yeah, so uh, when I like studied about 5 years and I didn't get any paper, I had only declines, 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 declines. Once when we had like in Russia, we had another president like Medvedev. Like it was like Putin, then Medvedev, then Putin again. When we had Medvedev, he made like a law when if you speak very good Russian, so you can get the citizenship. Yeah, so I was speaking very good Russian, but still I couldn't get citizenship. And once, I even like after getting declined like 3 or 4 times, 3 times, yeah, 3 times because like my mother is Russian, they didn't accept that. I went like a native speaker. Yeah, hello, Alison, nice to see you. So I went like a native speaker in Russia to get the citizenship based on being a native speaker because like Medvedev made such law that if you are good in Russian, so you can get the citizenship. So I went to the place where they give the citizenship and I prepared all the documents, etc. They gave me some tests, like let's suppose uh, what to say, like we take any word that has like two no one word that has two meanings. So yeah, and they told me, what is this? Like this word, what does it mean? I told one meaning of it because that was like more close to it. Yeah, and in Russian, I mean, maybe anyone speaks Russian. Везет. They said if you are in the car and you are seeing another car, and in the other car it's written везет ему. Везет ему, that means that it has two meanings, or he is lucky, or he's taking something, like taking something to someone, viziot imu, to viziot, taking something to another one. Yeah, so it has like two meanings. But since it was in the car, and I thought, okay, it's in the car, viziot imu, that means like, I mean, and the thing that the first thing that came to my mind is he's lucky. Yeah, so I said, yeah, I never said this in the channel. Yeah, so I said he's lucky. I know the word. Везет ему, that means he is lucky. У него есть надежда, не надежда, удача, удачливый или something like that. I said, yeah, ему везет, значит, у него есть удача. That means he's lucky. Yeah, that he has luck. And they said, no, you are mistaken. Везет ему, that means he's taking something to another one. But I told him, I know that meaning too. I know both meaning and it's clear. And they said, no, you didn't say it right. That means, I mean, if I was saying the first meaning, like if I said that means taking to him, the second meaning, they will tell me, no, you are not right. There is another meaning. So both meanings were correct, and it was like a trap. Yeah, so like that was like the reason why they fail. Like I failed the exam, while I don't think that I failed. I failed it. And the other thing also they said when I was getting the residence, yeah, the citizenship, you know, I wanted to get. They said that you understand Russian. No, you speak very good. Yeah, they said you speak very good Russian, but you don't understand Russian. I mean, even the girl here, I told her, I mean, the story. She said, how is that possible to, I mean, to speak a language but don't understand it? I mean, this is what they said to me in that time. I mean, it should be a man or, but you speak a language but you don't understand it. You understand Russian, but you don't. You speak Russian, but you don't understand it. That's what happened to me. So and they gave me another refusal. I mean, before I get married. Yeah. Okay. Let me be sure because it's a new internet here. I'm connected to Wi-Fi, and let me know if the sound is good, the picture is good. I don't know. I can show you some part of this villa. Everybody is sleeping here. It's a very nice villa with 2 floors and with swimming pool. I am so thankful to my subscriber. She met me here. She's from Sri Lanka, living in Belgium. Her name is Dana. Oh, but this swimming pool. We just turned off the lights. Is the sound good? The video is good? This is just a room I entered. Okay. This is it's there's no light here. Yeah, but in the there's light. This is bedroom. Yeah. Nice. Like this is the 2nd floor. I just went here to not disturb anywhere. It's a place in the south of Sri Lanka, and we were invited to this place, and we want to explore the south because there are more Russians here. Yeah, so we're gonna see here. I mean, from when I open the door, I will not talk. I will just show you the place, and I will come back to here. Yes, I'm going to that place. It was close. Good dog. It's good that there is no dog here. Yeah, this is all. I mean, for nights for free, because she knows the owners. It's called Hala Villa. I will record about it a video. I mean, this is swimming pool, but I have this. I have to turn on the lights, so everybody is sleeping now. I don't know how to do it. Tomorrow in the morning, I will. Yeah, this is my subscriber. Everything thanks to YouTube. My subscriber from Belgium. She is originally from Sri Lanka, but those are homes around. That's the home. It's night. It's not that clear now and not that beautiful, but here we can relax. Yeah. Anyway, I hope I didn't wake up anybody here. Yeah, this is a cool place. I mean, it was like given to us. I mean, for one night, we are living in a room here because the owner, the brother of the owner, knows our subscriber, and he's a monk in the temple, and his brother owns this place. He's renting it out to people, and the Russian girl is living here, and we spent a very good evening together talking about different Russian stories. Yeah. So I don't know, it's 2 a.m. Yeah, 2:44 a.m. Yeah. I mean, everybody is sleeping and they decided to stream because I don't miss the chance to show something interesting or to talk about interesting thing. Is that the Russian girl who did yoga classes? No, not that one. Another one. Yeah, like by chance, yeah. We came here and she said like that they have a Russian girl there living, so you can talk to her. And she was like so lovely, so friendly, and she, I mean, talked with us. I mean, she's also here staying alone, and she's working online. She's the girl who is helping her relatives in Ukraine. I already told her story that she was called by the police in Russia, and that's why she left Russia, because she was helping her relatives in Ukraine. Yeah, and yeah, when we talked about different stories about her girl, her friend, who is a girl also owning a business, and she was like in Ecuador, in another country, and she was like, I don't know, blamed or accused of something, and they went to the Interpol, like to international police, to ruin her business in another country. And those people who work online in banks and they changed their IP address, I mean, to look like they are living in Russia, but they have to come back to Russia because they have to, or to lose their work, or to come back to Russia because they don't have another choice. Yeah, and I mean a lot of different stories about the guy who were working here and he was like kind of attacked, and the competition that Russian create in different countries, like the business competition, and they can be or hated or attacked or something. But this guy he returned anyway to Sri Lanka, and he keep working, but he's like now kind of working for those people or something. I mean, he's like not working by his own, but he's working with someone. I mean, it's maybe safer to do like this. Yeah. And a lot of, I mean, all of Russians, they come, for example, not only to Sri Lanka, to other countries, they create their businesses and they do a lot of stuff, and there are a lot of them because, for example, there is Telegram account. For example, I mean, people can find people there to exchange them money or to sell them something or to, I don't know, whatever. There are a lot of Telegram groups where Russians are always in touch. For example, only like there's a Telegram group, Russian Telegram group in Sri Lanka. Only one I talk about, and there are a lot of groups with 30,000 people, like a group with 30,000 people. Always someone writing there, always asking questions, helping each other. There are like, I mean, a lot of groups about visas, a lot of groups about work. I mean, Telegram is kind of like heaven for Russians. I mean, it's easy to find a Russian anywhere you go. I mean, just name me your country or name me your town even, and they can maybe find you someone Russian there, just thanks to Telegram. Yeah, I was like surprised when we went, I mean, to especially Turkey, because the Russian diaspora in Turkey is much bigger than in Sri Lanka, but in Sri Lanka is good as well. I mean, even in Colombo, I start finding like the thing that I thought impossible to do, like parents with kids, because Bogdan wants to play with the Russian kids. In Colombo, I found like a few parents, and we already met them. Like we met one parent who had to go back to Russia also, like about 3 days their child played with Bogdan, and we found another one who already get the residence here, and she's kind of I mean, living here with a lot of kids, and they meet, and I don't know, I mean, even like the residence of the education, it's not always possible to stay here in Sri Lanka with the educational visa. I mean, you can stay, but you have to come back to Russia and go back again. I mean, and the price of all of us, for example, me and my family, it would be like the minimum, like let's say maybe $3,000 for to go there and back. Yeah, I mean to go and to Russia and go back is very expensive. So that's not an option for us. That's why, I mean, I didn't choose the business visa or the work visa, because all these type of visas or even educational, they need to come back to Russia. Yeah, but I mean, if like people have enough money and they can afford, they just come back to Russia and they make those visas and they come back here again. Yeah, but there is a good thing, like as well, like a lot of people asked me about Bogdan. He's going to school, of course. Yeah, I just didn't create a video about that or didn't talk about that a lot, because I don't know, just because I didn't stream a lot. So he's going to a school where they teach English and maths. So he likes numbers. He's crazy about numbers. And he's only 1 month there, and they don't study that much. Only like 2 hours a day or something like that, and not even every day. Yeah. So, and he starts speaking a little bit English now. It's very good. We're happy about that. And even today, like he just went to like to random people and start speaking with them Russian, English. Sorry. Yeah, yeah. He's improving and he's learning a little bit. And I like the school very much because they give him a lot of. Every time they give him like kind of books, like few papers together, different with different pictures, different words, different homework, different homework. And he doesn't have to carry. I mean, for example, when we went to with my wife and me, when we were kids and we were going to school, we were taking with us a lot of, I don't know, a lot of books, a lot of I don't know, papers, a lot of pencils, etc. He has nothing. I mean, he doesn't have to hold a lot of things because they give everything almost. I mean, they didn't even ask to buy a pencil. I mean, they didn't ask to buy a book. They didn't ask to because they have everything. So the kid is going there and they give him the pencil, they give him the paper, they give him those. I mean, not homework, but like the work, the lessons, the printed lessons, and they teach him there, and he has to get a light. I mean, he doesn't have to hold a lot of books like we were going to school before. Yeah, this is a very good thing. And he started, I mean, like getting interested. Before when he was seeing, when he was seeing like kids, local kids from here, he wasn't satisfied. He wanted the Russian kids, etc. But now he's okay, and he tried to talk with them. Yeah. So I mean, I didn't have a lot of stories to tell about Russians, but I mean, Russians are also like simple people, and they they are different. They can be good, they can be bad, and so and they are just building the communities everywhere now, and there is like maybe a good thing about this because the communities of Russians are getting bigger outside the country, so it's a positive thing. More Russians will be around the world and they will tell their stories, and more people will know about them and know about the Russian culture and Russian people, and the like just I don't like to talk about the things, some things that happened before. I mean, just before the war, the famous thing that we had, and a lot of people like were scared and etc. And then we start hearing stories, like real stories of people, what happened to them, or people who were even like working in the hospitals and in the medicine, etc. And they start telling the stories, and they will send, I mean, a lot of things. And just like now, also when the media or the narrative were spreading like the bad things about Russians, and now like more people know Russians are all around the world, and they meet them, they talk to them, they know how, like, I don't know how, I mean, educated they are, how many like books they read, how many languages they speak, how they like, for example, to learn languages to improve, and how they respect other people. I mean, of course, they may meet bad Russians who are like bad, but there are good ones as well. I mean, just like in among other people in the world, there are bad and good, just the same. I mean, you take any nation and tell me if you find all of them good or all of them bad. It's impossible. We are all different. We are all people. I remember us breaking our back with heavy book bags going is going. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we were taking a lot of books with us and like very heavy bags. It's crazy. Yeah, for him it's good. I mean, maybe, I mean, we wanted to put him because the school he is going to is like a little private school, just a little private school, not that much people. It's not like they don't call this international school. He doesn't go there every single day. He has like 1 day and then 2 days home and 1 day go. Like he doesn't go that much there, and he maybe. I mean, we thought if he would go to international school, like a big school, he will spend more time there and he will learn more, and we will have more time to work. But I mean, like everything has pros and cons. Um, so we wanted to put him to international school to go for all the day, and but they don't have like here like the evening study or something, I mean, or after lunch or something. They all study from 7 a.m. the morning, and we are not used to wake up that early. Imagine like going 7 a.m. We have to wake up maybe 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. take him to school, and they when he come back at 2 p.m. or 1 p.m. and it will be like crazy hot. And I mean, in that time, taking him back home, I mean, in such hot weather and waking up very early, I mean, it's a struggle. I mean, yeah, but the school we are in, they study only 2 hours and only after lunch, and it's very, I mean, comfortable for us. Yeah, and the other thing also, I mean, we wanted to put him in such international school where they go at 7 a.m. to come back at 2 p.m. But after telling us that the visa could be done, the educational visa could be done only if we come back to our native country, we thought, okay, we will not do it. We'll just have tourist visa forever for the time left for us. That's it. I mean, we would just prolong it all the time, and even the tourist visa has this how to say rule. This rule, the tourist visa has this rule. So you can prolong the tourist visa unless, I mean, you are staying 270 days, that means 9 months in the country. So here those are the rules of Sri Lanka. So I mean, if you entered the country with visa of 1 month, you can prolong it for 3 months and another 3 months. That means like 7 plus another 2 months. So the total should be 9 months that you can stay, I mean, without leaving the country. But after, you have to leave the country and to enter it again. It doesn't matter if the touristic visa, if the visa is touristic, it doesn't matter where you go. I mean, you can go to Maldives next to the Sri Lanka, you can go to India, you can go to wherever to fly to close country, and there I mean, what a rule. And there to apply for a new visa, and you can leave again 9 months, but only prolong. Yeah. So we don't have another choice, and we just choose this path because other type of visas, the work visa, the business visa, the educational visa, they are all have to leave to your native country, only to native country. I mean, also, what a rule. You have to leave only to your native country, and only from your native country you can apply for business visa or work visa or educational visa, only from native country. Yeah. So, and we are not planning to go to the native country. Yeah. So we have just prolonged the visa. For example, like now, in September, our first visa, that is 6 months, will finish, and we can prolong it for another 3 months. That will be 9. That costs $200 for each one. For me, for my wife, I hope because when we entered for 6 months, I mean the visa for my child was free. Yeah, so we can prolong it uh, for uh, for me and my wife. I hope for the kid is free. Anyway, for $200 each for 3 months. So 3 months we pay $200. Then we have to leave the country to any close country, or I mean wherever. You just have to leave the country. Yeah, we leave. Will have also to leave the country. Also another maybe 200, 400, I don't know, wherever dollars to spend um, on the ticket. Maybe to live there some days. $100. I mean, we go also maybe 2 days, 1 day. Anyway, so about $500 also will go there, just because yeah we need to leave the country. Then we enter with the visa of $60 each of us, like $120, and then after a month we can prolong it for $150, something like that, also for 3 months, and then we can prolong it for $200 also for 3 months, and then again I think $100. Anyway, I mean that's how we will live. I mean, we don't have another choice. Let me ask, is this school expensive? No, the school is not that expensive, by the way. The good thing about Sri Lanka, I mean, one of the good things about Sri Lanka, that the schools aren't expensive here at all. I mean, like the school in Turkey, I mean, in Mersin, not even like in Istanbul, not in a car capital, in just a simple town, and that's why we didn't put him in the school in Turkey. I mean, it cost $400 for 1 month, like $400 in for 1 month. I mean, for the rent we were paying $236 for the rent for the apartment, but the school in Turkey cost $400. Crazy. Here, schools, it depends. I mean, what kind of schools, but there are like some little private schools. We paid for him, let's say, 10,000, like $30. Yeah, like $30 a month. But of course, he's not studying that much. He's studying only 2 times a week and only for 2 hours. But it's very comfortable for us. $30. Yeah, this is like $30 a month. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, but other big international schools that are having a lot of people, and they cost about $100, $120, $110 per month, but they ask for admission fee, and it depends. They can ask admission fee like for 1 year. I mean, the one we liked the most, they asked $500 for admission fee, and other. I mean, we have been told that there are some schools that can ask the admission fee only for 3 months. Yeah, but we have to find them, and they are very far from us. Yeah, because it's like, I mean, how Sri Lanka, it's like there are places, I mean, that are like cities, big cities, and there are a lot of like much more villages. I think this is what I think. Yeah, a lot of villages. Yeah, because now we are again in a village, and even we are considered living in a village, like in not Colombo itself. We are living in a place called Dihiwala. It's next to Colombo, because I thought it's Colombo, but it's not Colombo. It's also considered a village. Yeah, so and the other schools, they are a little bit far from us. We didn't consider them, but anyway, I mean, we wanted to be sure that we're gonna stay here for a long time. Yeah, and we wanted to be sure that we can make the visa right from here, or at least we go to a close country and make it. I mean, we leave and make educational visa right away. I mean, from Maldives or from India or something. Yeah, but they said that you have to come back to your native country. Yeah. compared to Europe, private school Sri Lanka is very cheap, affordable. Yes, it's very affordable. Yes, yeah. Even like the international schools that are big and they, I mean, for $500. I mean, so for some people maybe pay 1 month $500. Yeah. Yeah, very affordable and very good schools, by the way. I've seen like kids who are studying there, and I talked with them, and they speak very good English, like very good English. I mean, the kid that I met, and like not the parent, and of course, like I was talking with the parent, but I also his kid was with him, and he explained me in English. This is what I gonna say now. He explained to me that they don't allow them to speak Sinhalese, or I mean their native language in the school. They don't allow them at all. I mean, only English. I mean, that's why they call them international schools, because there are a lot of that's called international schools here in Sri Lanka, but they could not have any one single foreigner. I mean, I mean, we thought before, like we were coming here, we thought international school, that means it has a lot of foreigners. No, I mean, most of international schools, they have like mostly locals. But they study only in English, and they can have some foreigners. Like so, for example, recently I met another guy who has kids, and he said that they have like one Russian guy, like one Russian boy in this international school. Like, all the school doesn't have foreigners, only the Russian. I mean, they call it international not because of Russians. I mean, maybe because of the English, but they don't allow them to speak their native language at all. I mean, even between them, when they have break and they hear them, if they are like speaking their native language, and they don't allow them. So that's why their English is so good. I mean, the English of that little boy, 7 years old, was even much better than mine. I mean, he was like, I mean, using this I have been and this stuff that I don't know that much, but but they are really good, and that's why I mean, Baghdad starts speaking English in like less than a month, and only 2 times a week and everything. Are you coping with your expensive capping with your expenses? Capping, I mean, are you handling it, you mean? For now, yeah, I mean, yeah, but because my wife is working, and we have some savings. I mean, when we came to Sri Lanka, a lot of people like supported us, and a lot of people sent a lot of donations to PayPal, and I mean, I'm very happy about that. And I mean, I didn't mention the names because I don't have the direct access to PayPal, and I mean, I can follow everything. Yeah. So, but that money from PayPal is going to me directly. I mean, thanks to Eric, he's always sending it every single cent, and I'm really happy about that. And I mean, yeah, I get savings, but the thing that I mean, I always think why I still need, I mean, like to not stop like streaming, not stop or think about work online or something, because the expenses that will come in the future, because the expenses will come are crazy. I mean, I mean, like for 200 I mean, without talking about like the rent and the bills and everything, we have like to pay this visa, $200 for each one, like $400 for 3 months to live here. Then when the 3 months will finish, we will have to leave the country. We will have to pay both for tickets. I mean, I think a lot about it. I mean, it's good that I talked a lot with my subscriber, and she said, "Don't worry a lot. Don't worry that much." I don't worry that much now, but still, I mean, I think about that. Yeah, because the you have always to keep in mind what's coming. Yeah, so like at least in the next year, without like thinking about the bills and without thinking about the apartment, food, everything. At least for visa, we will have to spend like for visa and tickets and everything. At least we will have to spend, let's say, like $400 in case they don't take it for the kid. $400 for 3 months plus 400, let's say 500 to go another country and come back. Another 100 for 1 month's visa. That means 500 plus 400, 900 plus like continue the visa like $200 again, and another 200, like maybe 100, 500, 1,500 bucks we have to spend only on visa, and this one for 1 year. Yeah, not even 1 year, like no, it's 1 year because it's 9 months plus 3 months that we will prolong now. Yeah, so I mean, I think more about the future, like future expenses. Yeah, and that's why I wanted to create like a business here, but I can't because I have to leave the country again to Russia from there to make it. Yeah, but I can, I mean, promote something in my YouTube channel. I can maybe promote some websites, promote some goods, because I'm doing that online, and nothing, I mean, can stop me from promoting things online or from working online. Yeah, so I will think about what to do, what else to do. Yeah, that's it. I mean, those are like, I don't know what kind of stories I remember about Russians. Yeah. Recently I talked with my friend. By the way, he's like the kind of friend who is like, not a friend, that the guy I knew when we were studying. He was living next to me, and he met already when I was dating Sasha. He met her and he saw her, and he knows her. So I contacted him to like create a website, because I know he has a company where he creates websites, and I talked with him, and he said that he's in Russia, and he already was in Sri Lanka, he was in Thailand, he was in different countries, and he is in Russia again, and he's doing his business. He bought an apartment, he's like fixing his apartment, and what he said, so I mean, he's working and having a business in Russia, and he wasn't taken to any place. That means he has enough connections, enough money, enough everything. He knows how the system works, and he can, I mean, get released from that. So that's why he's still in Russia, living there peacefully. Yeah, and keep creating his business and building it. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of talented people who are like who are bringing their business to other countries and leaving the country because of the situation. Yeah, that's it. I think that's it about this video. You can always support by PayPal and other options I have there. Bitcoin. I will use cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is great. I love it because with cryptocurrency nobody can sanction you. You can use it in anywhere you go. You can exchange it anywhere you go, and it's a perfect tool for a situation that Russians are placed to, because most of Russians I met, they know about cryptocurrency and they use cryptocurrency a lot. I mean, because it's something safer for them, because there is now no how to say place where they can just steal their money or block their money, or they can't use their cryptocurrency. I mean, all the places where they have like cryptocurrency, they can be used by them, and they can buy with it, or they can exchange it, or whatever. Yeah, and nobody can can sanction them for something they didn't do, or something they are not. I mean, they are not the reason of happening. Funny. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you in my next videos and my next streams. And I will go to sleep. I hope you liked this stream. I hope I told you all the stories and I didn't forget anything. Anyway, keep it up. Thank you. Do your best to be kind and to be good to others. Anyway, I wish you all the best.